In May of 2021, Gary Vaynerchuck launched the NFT project VeeFriends. I'm Darby Bailey, and I'm a Hangout Hawk. In our first year, we've begun meeting in what we call a Flawk, and we're documenting our conversations as we discuss all things Web3, NFT, business, and EQ. I invite you to listen in, be your own Hawk to our Hawk Flawks, and we'd love to know what resonates. Let us know what part you liked best in this video or audio.
Morning, everyone.
Morning. Ooh, what's that logo on your sweatshirt? That's not a bomb squad, Adam Bomb Squad?
It's a Bomb Squad, Dead Fellas.
Oh, nice.
Collab. Yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
We've got a good crew here. How's everybody doing?
Signy was on for a minute, but it was only the two of us, and then so she dropped off. I don't know.
Who was Signy?
Yes. She's
Oh,
probably
okay.
going in a minute. She was on her iPhone.
Okay. Yeah. How's Emil? Thanks for dialing in. I know it's really, really early there, like 3 a.m.
No, it's 1 a.m. Hey, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm sort of tucking into bed. I've had a crazy ass long day. My daughter's like dance recital, so it's like 5 hours of little kids, like 4 and 5 year olds dancing just to watch like 4 minutes of my daughter. So I'm pretty spent.
How'd she do? Did she do okay?
Yeah, she did great. It's just like the suffering of watching everyone else's kid. Like, I mean, they're fine and they dance okay, but you know, it's 5-year-olds dancing. But,
Yeah.
Oh, the things we do. So yeah, I'm going to be on mute for a lot of it. I'm just kind of listening in the background while I get ready to tuck in and doze off.
So yeah, I've had trying to get my head around the meeting. So it's been, last week was nuts, man. We had the meeting with Gary, and then we did 2 drop-ins also, but the drop-in before Gary was long. And I think actually tonight, Laura is also having her last Tuesday of the month Zoom, I believe. So just a reminder to go to the Discord to get the information for that. Or if you go to the site
sweet.
we built, you can, I'm gonna find that link.
Is that the one that's in like eight hours from now?
Yeah, last Tuesday of the month, 1 p.m. Pacific. So that's 2 p.m. That's actually like it's in like 4 hours, 3 hours. My math right now, it's not happening. What's 1 p.m. Pacific? That's 2 p.m. Mountain, which is in 4 hours. Yeah.
4 hours. Yeah, no, it's not happening for me.
Yeah, so that's even worse for you in Japan.
Yeah.
But I put that information in the chat there.
Cool.
If you guys want to copy it and visit later. I was thinking we could just go around and catch up and see what's going on with everybody. And then I'd love to know what people are thinking about version 2. It's almost April 1st. I believe in my internal clock was as soon as April 1st hits, that's when the countdown starts for version 2 VeeFriends. But I'll start with you. Yeah, I haven't heard from you much in these drop-ins. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Excited to be here. I feel like I've had meetings or things to every time this has been up. So excited to start showing up more consistently.
Nice.
I'm here in Arizona. Just working on a lot of things, trying to actually get an NFT project launched here shortly, hopefully either leading into VCon or launching it during VCon or right after. So hoping to do something a little different, like a community crowdsourced photography NFT project.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, excited to get it rolling.
Nice. Are you building with? Are you building, coding it, or you have a team doing that?
No, I'm not coding. I have a team and looking. So right now we haven't got to the back end. So I have some relationships in the development side. Right now, trying to build a site to start launch and start crowdsourcing the images.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is actually to do, it's going to be clouds and dirt. Actually, I'm trying to reach out to Gary to make sure that it's not like stepping over any sort of thing. But the idea is photos that are straight down, straight up, and anyone and everyone can contribute, and then royalties will be given to artists, and just a really fun project to test, people that want to see what it's like and experience minting or being actually a contributor, an artist as part of a project. And then all the royalties and splits will be set up. But something fun that really anyone and everyone, the idea is to get perspective from people all over the world, what your clouds and dirt look like from various viewpoints. So should be fun.
That sounds really cool. And so crowdsourcing it, will your community vote on what gets minted? Or is it
I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if we're just going to curate it or have some sort of committee decision, or not sure on that yet. On the who's going to get chosen. I mean, ideally, we have a few parameters, but as long as they fit within that, we want to accept as many as possible. But it's kind of one of those things where we'll kind of see once we start getting contributions of the look and feel of what people are doing.
It reminds me, Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a thing at Sundance years ago, and it's still going. It's called Hit Record. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah. So
it reminds me of that. It's cool.
Yeah, I love his that platform is super cool.
Yeah,
I think I follow him somewhere, and he always is doing prompts for various things even outside of the platform, which is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really inclusive. And the Hawks can we can join the community and take pictures.
Yeah,
part of that.
Yep. So the really the only stipulation is going to be, I mean, we even want indoor and outdoor clouds. So
cool.
It could be your office floor or your office ceiling. It could be actual clouds, actual dirt, actually we want to have people have fun and get creative with it, but as best as possible, as straight up and straight down, so that it just gives, hopefully by the next meeting, I'm working on the website today, I'll share it over, or I'll share it in the Hawks channel once it's I feel good enough to look at and try to communicate it in a way where there's something about an image just straight down and straight up. And we're also accepting video. The idea came the other day. It was raining here in Arizona and the clouds were super low, and I just set my phone down and filmed it and then sped it up, and it's just these clouds moving across the screen. And so we kind of want actual clouds, but also just a variety of
metaphorical clouds,
perspectives. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love anything that goes off of the 12.5 book and anything that Gary's done, because I think it's so helpful for people. It's so cool.
Totally. Yeah, that's the one thing I want to, I mean, Gary's so busy. I'm going to try to reach out to him or team and just not even get his endorsement, but it'd be awesome to get him to contribute a photo or two. But I don't want to infringe on his IP, and so we have other names or other things that we can tweak it if there's any if that's stepping over a line or anything, we'll kind of shift it. But
somebody posted, I don't know if it was in the Hawks or somewhere, that and I need to find it, because they posted that he had said once it's better to ask for forgiveness. It's better than asking for permission. It's hard to look that way, but
no, that's I traditionally live by that ethos, but
it's nice if you can get sign off though. I'm gonna move around. Let's see who's cool. Ben, I wanted to say hi. I know you were chatting in the court about being on TikTok. I followed you on TikTok. You got a cool feed. You're doing it.
I do appreciate that. I don't know if I have a cool feed. One thing that I've learned though about TikTok, you should not smoke any weed before you make a video. And I'll tell you why. The reason is because you're not going to speak fast enough. You're just not. And one of the things that I found is that you really have to speak, like not quickly, but you have to know what you're going to say. And then like do it. So, and if you're going to have a pause, it needs to be like a planned pregnant pause with some kind of action. So whatever, that's just what I learned thus far.
You know what, I would agree with you. I did this thing where I watched Alex video, and so I did one tweak after watching his video on how he does his videos. And there's that little like clip editor in after you, like, let's say you do 4 sequences in a row, right? You've got a story and you've got 4 sequences. I went and I cut off the very beginning. So each clip is like, I'm talking at the very beginning. There's not even like a half a second at the beginning of each of those clips. And I doubled the number of views. It's just, it like kept the edits so fast. So I would agree with you on speed in there. It's crazy. It's manipulated in like the way you might normally talk, but yeah, people want to watch stuff that's snappy.
For sure.
But I thought you were going to say don't actually literally smoke weed on TikTok. You probably shouldn't do that either, right?
I would actually maybe think that could be a decent video potentially. I don't know yes or no about that one, but like, I'm just saying speed of what you're going to say is definitely, I've noticed, is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done any short videos? Like,
you know, I haven't done those because like the other thing I'm noticing, trends are not really that great. At least for me thus far. I don't really get that many views at all, but when I found that on trends, I'll get likes, but no comments. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, oh, you know, like, okay, great. You like the video because it's a cool song, or I duetted something that's interesting. But if it doesn't start really a conversation, it didn't really engage with anybody.
And what are you getting conversations on? That's been a challenge for me too. Like, I'll ask questions. I'll do different things to try and get comments.
So one of the things that I try to do, I haven't done enough of it, so I really can't tell you how successful it is. I try to jump into conversations, right? So I'll find a video that I like, and then I'll find a video or a comment that somebody had on, you know, whatever, and I'll make a video commenting on that. Also, positivity, just straight up positivity. Say something positive, people fucking love it. They fucking love it. They just do. You know, you just like, anytime you're having a bad day, just think about it. Wasn't it worse when you were 15 and had acne? People fucking love that shit.
Well, the elders, we're the elders, right? If we're on there, like, helping out the littles in TikTok, letting them know.
I don't know if I'm helping anybody, because this is just like, this is what I found from the 30 or 50 videos I've made that have not gotten more than 500 views. I mean, some of them have gotten at 500 views, but not more than that. So we're not talking about like a hell of a lot of data.
Yeah, but yeah, like I've been trying to follow what, you know, Gary talks about. I'll go in and I get curious, and I'm like, I look at him, I take my ego out of it, and I look at it. I'm like, okay, why did this one get more views than this one? What did I do? And as I do that over time, it's getting incrementally better, like more engagement, like not fast, but yeah, I'm glad you're on there. It's cool I'm just pulling it up right now. I like the look of your feed. Like, you have a consistent like feel with your headshot, you know, faces, whatever. Like, I'm noticing some of the, yeah.
I'm really trying to do the whole, you know, there's a couple things, right? There's document, don't create. Now, that could be good, but also like that, I'm not really sure how much production and editing there, because the more editing there's required, right? Like, the harder it's going to be.
It takes longer, yeah.
Right? Like, I have not a whole bunch, but I have a certain number of ideas, but it's just like, fuck, I got to download this video, splice it up, put right? And it's just like, I don't have 3 hours maybe. Maybe I do. I don't know. I might just be confused.
Yeah, that's the struggle for me too, because TikTok rewards those, I think, who create the videos in the app, right? Instead of transferring them over. Same as like I found some JavaScript. You can export all your TikTok videos and it'll clean off that logo, that TikTok logo, if you want to put it on YouTube. You can put it on YouTube with the TikTok logo anyway, but I think they also reward like the videos that don't have the TikTok logo. Like they all want native videos on their platforms. It's definitely a struggle to try and like make content that fits. Yeah,
I think it actually might make sense to keep the logo on there. I'm not sure, but I will tell you that my daughters constantly say, I watched this TikTok on YouTube. So, you know, because I don't let them go on TikTok because I'm like, it's still the Wild West there. You can't go on yet. You know, you got to wait until they make it like Instagram and then it'll be okay.
One more year, right? We have one more year.
Maybe that's the thing. I'm like, all right, could somebody see my fucking face? Something? I don't know.
I just tell myself, attention is currency. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. Attention, get the videos, do the videos. Yeah, whatever that will turn into. Otherwise, how's life? How's business?
You know, it's so fucking crazy that you're asking me this question because I'm really honest. Business is going absolutely wonderful. Life is very, very challenging. So I don't know. I got a bunch of crazy stuff going on, legal things and whatever, but like money is actually going really well right now. So that's great.
That's good. Count your blessings, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, okay. But yeah, it's great. I'm happy about it. You know, I don't go anywhere. I don't enjoy it really, but I guess it's there numerically. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Well, I'm gonna move on to want to see what everybody else is, what the other Hawks are doing. What is it? 10:24. I don't. Actually, but at the end, I'll just ask you real quick. Are you planning on getting some V2s when they launch, Ben?
I am kind of. It really is going to depend on like liquid cash in the moment, kind of thing. You know. Yeah. I'm bringing in a lot of cash, but I also have a ton of backup bills. So, you know, depending if I can bring some in and whatever, I don't have anything set aside yet, I will say, but I would like to.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same spot. I was going to circle back to Sean, but I'll come back to him. Monica, how are you doing? How are you? Thanks for putting the Hawk Party background on. Love it.
It's left over from last time, I guess. I'm doing well. I see legendary on, and he was told to be accountable to making a TikTok, and I haven't. But I heard y'all talk about TikToks, and I wrote down your TikTok names. So my problem with making one.
Real quick, I don't know. Am I the only one? Your audio is real.
Monica, your sound is all fucked up.
Yeah, can you turn maybe just mute yourself and then turn it on again? Let's see if we can knock something out so it just like resets. It's got like a warble in it. Feedback. Okay, let's try that. So oh no, it's still doing it. Weird. Yeah.
Okay, go to someone else and I'll come back.
Okay. Robert, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. How are things?
Hello, Darby. How are you doing?
Okay, yeah. Pretty good. Are you how's work and life going?
Life is doing well. Works as well. I don't have a lot of news on my side. I kind of waiting for the launch of V2, you know, for VeeFriends V2. I don't have a strategy. Basically, I kept the same number of book game token. I didn't play, you know, the burn thing to have go deconticate. So I stay with the same number, and basically I will wait to have as many friend list pass, and I will try to mint as many VeeFriends that I can. And basically, so when I say I don't have strategy, I do have a strategy. Basically, is to flip any VeeFriend tools that I can to buy another V1.
Oh, you're gonna try. Okay, so you're gonna get as many V2s to flip back to a V1, But
Exactly.
you're not looking for one of the new characters. You're just gonna go full strategy to get back to V1.
To be honest, I don't see the value of new character in V2
Mhm.
today. Maybe this thing is going to evolve because Gary has been very consistent in V1 is a long-term play. So me, I don't see a real benefit. Instead of at least the only benefit that I see, it's like a kind of a short-term flipper opportunity, as it's the reverse token. To have them will bring more awareness and more desire on this kind of token. But on the long term, because my plan it's long term, I don't see the real benefit of have a new character in V2 instead of a V1 token, whatever the rarity.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, because even if you get a new character, unless it comes built in with VCon and it built in with the drop of the second version of itself, yeah, that having VCon access for the next how many years? We haven't even gone for a whole year yet.
Yes.
I might actually, I'm gonna think about that strategy more, because I'm gonna see what I can do for V2, but I do have 5 fur frames, and 5 other frames I think I have clear. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens, but I didn't think about that he is like V1's is the grail, right? So that's an interesting strategy.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I want to move around. I want to circle back to Sean. I'm curious if you're going to be buying any or planning on any V2s.
Yeah. I mean, I have book games. I have V1. I don't know what my strategy. I haven't really tried to figure out. I mean, I have a few sets of 5 book tokens, but honestly, I haven't spent the time as I probably should to figure out to read between the lines as best as possible of all the hints. To try to ideally try to get one of the 15 new characters, but it feels like that's going to be pretty hard. But if I can, I'm gonna shoot for one of the 15 new characters, and then try to lock up as many V2 as I can.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Monica's back. Hey, Monica, let's try your mic now. See if it works.
Hear me?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, so Legend was just telling me about TikTok, or kind of encouraging me to do TikTok. So I've never even looked at the TikTok, so I was writing everyone down and figuring out, and I have to figure that out.
You'd be great.
I'll be able to say something stupid. I feel like if I took a couple of shots or 3 or 4 shots, I'd do a really good job, because I wouldn't care anymore. So I've got yours in a meal.
If you get on there, if you get on TikTok and just start looking at what other people are doing and see what you like, that's the first thing I did. I just was like, I'm not going to make anything. I think for even a couple of weeks, I just got on and followed a couple of people to see what kind of videos I even liked to do. And then I started finding videos I liked, and I'd see that they had I don't know, hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm like, oh my gosh, just making super simple advice videos, or what Ben was saying, positivity. Yeah.
I have one that I was trying to get my daughter's stuff with, but I literally don't follow anybody or look at it. I just go in there to creep on her sometimes. But she does, she's a kid, so she does the stupid dances and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously not doing that. So I just need to get on there. But I've got your names down. Ben, what's your TikTok?
Me?
Yes.
benmilch.eth.
Okay.
The only problem with TikTok is that my wife, and this could be with other people, not just a wife, a family member, whatever. So she follows me on TikTok, right? Which means that I can't complain anything about our relationship ever, 0 times.
You should talk about that on TikTok.
That could be a thing. I'd be like, yo, if your name is Orly Zervicki, could you just scroll right past this? Because like, I need to talk to everybody in the world but you right now.
Oh my gosh. that's
Okay.
great.
I might do that. I like that. That's a great fucking idea. Thank you so much.
What do the celebrities do? Like, right? What do they do when they're married and they can't talk about their spouse on TikTok?
I think they walk up on stage and bitch slap the person talking about their spouse.
And by the way, when I say, I didn't say complain about spouse. I said complain about the relationship. There's a very, right? There could be just like, yo, how come like, there could be just things, you know, we're not, there's not blame, there's not, you know, just like a little venting about whatever.
But
Maybe
yeah.
let her hear it.
There's a video I watched one time about the 5 things. This guy was saying there's 5 things. You get 5 things for when you want to be in a relationship. Like one of his things was like his partner never puts the things away out of the refrigerator, right? He's like, but I accepted it when I got married, and so it's fine. But every time he leaves it out on the counter, I have to remind myself. Yeah. I think that would be great, talking about relationships on there in a way that's like respectful but still real, you know? Because no relationship's perfect all the time, if ever. Monica, you left, so I was gonna ask you if you're gonna buy V2s, but I'm gonna move on to Manuel. How you doing?
Doing well. I promise this time I won't give everyone nightmares.
How was your interview? Did you have it?
I had it, rocked it, and then on Sunday I had an interview with the CTO, and then the CEO I was supposed to meet with yesterday had COVID, so I met with him today and rocked that one. So
awesome.
Fingers crossed.
That's cool. And you got your passport already in case you need to fly away for.
Well, I got it submitted.
Okay.
I got it submitted. Everything's expedited, so hopefully I'll have it in time. We'll see.
Nice. And are you planning on V2s?
I'm going to get some V2s with our existing V1s, right? So I wasn't really looking to buy any others unless there was an opportunity, you know, I got on the friends list or something like that. Really focusing on buying more book games because, you know, that goes on forever and they're only getting more and more expensive. So I'm trying to collect as many of those as I can.
Cool. Yeah, that's smart. I like that I have book games tokens. They're a little bit more liquid just by their price if I want to move stuff around.
So other than that, I can't get any VeeFriends merch because they don't make it in my size. I stop at 2XL. So.
Oh, they're not doing XX?
Yeah, well, us formerly very fat people, we're not quite down there yet. So.
My dad was a tall dude. Like he always had to do the tall guy stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So when you got that extra insulation, you know, I do those as well.
Nice. Wilson, how are you doing? How's the wedding planning? No micro camera from Wilson today. Nothing to report. Nice. So this is new to me. So Wilson said he'll might just get whatever he's whitelisted for. Whitelisted for V2. I haven't heard that yet. Is that? I know that if we have book games tokens, 5 of the same frame, we can burn those for a certain character. But is there a whitelist other than? I mean, if we have V1s, we get a free airdrop, right? For the V1s we own. Oh, okay. So he's saying you get a percentage of being on friends list to buy with ETH. Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Hey, Darby, do you want me to give you a quick fill in?
Please do, yes.
I tried to, just jump in. I've been listening. I haven't gotten into bed yet. All right, I'll give you a quick rundown on book games and the friends list and how it works. There's book games are valuable for, in terms of series 2, 2 things. The first one is friends list. You have a 26% raffle chance per token to get onto a friends list, which is 12.5 days before the public mint. You have minting access. Okay, like a guaranteed mint at 0.3 ETH. Okay, so that's like 12.5 days before. So if you hold, say, 10, it's a 26% chance per token.
Okay. That's right.
So basically, if you have 20 tokens, what's that, about 5, right? So it may be a bit less, maybe a bit more, but it's a 26% chance per token officially. Okay, so if you're holding 20 tokens, expect maybe 5 spots, between 4 and 7 or 4 and 8 actual friends list spots. So you can just go and pay the 0.3 ETH and mint it, or like the $1,000, whatever the equivalent that would be. I'm just using 0.3 as a $1,000 equivalent. So I think, if you have about 20, that's about 1.5, almost 2 ETH you're going to need just for minting cost. But yeah, you're guaranteed it. You're not going to have the war on public mint.
Okay, got it.
So that's the first thing. That's not related to the 5 character. So that's one of the benefits, and that's why I think the floor will rise leading up to April 5th. April 5th is the snapshot. Everyone who, whatever tokens you're holding, right? When you get assigned, okay, it's your wallet. Your wallet will be assigned the 5 friends list spots. So after the snapshot on April 5th, even if you sell the tokens, your wallet still has the 5 friends list spots allocated.
Okay, got it.
So leading up to the snapshot, which I think it's April 5th, right? But yeah, leading up to the snapshot, that's when I think prices will start to increase, because people will start buying anything off the floor. Even if it's not the 5 burn potential tokens, they just want to get the extra snapshot, the extra transfer friends list pre-snapshot.
Yeah.
Then you have this 12.5 days after the snapshot of minting, if you like, which I think you should, because it's good value, expected it to be good value. Then after that, when it opens to public mint, that's also when they're going to do the 5 friend burns.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so that's 2 separate events. Your friends list. So in my case, I've got 32 tokens. I've got six sets of 5 frames, like a set of like 5 rainbow, galaxy, granite, marble, and I forget. It's the ones that he listed in the hint. I've got like the 7 ones he listed in the hint, except emerald. So I'm expecting to get about, say 8 friend list places, and then I'm going to try to burn all my sets of 5 for new characters. So hopefully I get 6 new characters as well. That's my strategy. But yeah, that's why I plan for both the friends list, which you'll actually need $1,000 each one to mint.
Yeah.
And then the burn, the 5 burn. You said you have 5.
I wasn't clear on the burn being in the second during the public. That's the part I was not clear on.
That happens after, but keeping like what they've been saying is, so what frame do you have?
Fur.
5 of?
Fur and
Fur. Okay, that's like
and clear.
Okay, so fur is okay. Clear. I think clear was available for the burn for. He specified that wood won't be used for this burn, and clear maybe not, because wood, clear, and silver they used for the VCon ticket burn. So they may not allow the set of 5 of those to be burnt for a new character.
Cool. Okay,
he's hinted at that as well. So let's assume the 5 fairies. So the 5 furs, which I think he's mentioned before, that the fur should get you the fairy. There are only 220 fairy tokens available. There are more than 220 wallets with sets of 5 fur frames. So you need to be quick on minting day to be able to actually be one of the first with a set of 5 to burn it.
It's gonna be like the really popular like public mints when things just sell out. You just submit it and see what happens. You get it or you don't. Right?
Yeah, but it's going to be on the book games, like similar to how you burnt the 5 tokens for the VCon ticket. You got to do VCon ticket.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so the same burn mechanism.
Okay.
He indicated on February 8th in the announcements that patient larva, the patient pig larva, will get to burn first.
Okay.
So that's not clear, but a lot of speculation is you should have a patient pig larva frame within your set of 5.
Okay.
And because that might be in the first day, might be a requirement to burn.
Yeah.
So I've done that for all my frames as well. Like, and that's why patient pig larva has like a 0.2 to 0.3 ETH premium on all the floor prices for whatever frame.
Okay. I did follow
Yeah,
that
so-
instruction, so I do have that. It's a good, yeah. I put it out of my brain. I did it and then I set it and forget it. So it's good to be reminded. I think I'm good for the furs then. For the burn.
And that's a burn, right? So like it's a straight burn. You don't have to burn plus buy the token.
Correct.
Oh.
So it's basically it's a straight burn, so there's no additional cost, and there's no risk of not getting it. If you burn the tokens, you're definitely getting something.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And this all happens in the month of April.
Yeah.
Big month.
That's what it's expected. So the snapshot's April 5th. Then I think they're going to do just shortly after that is a 12.5 days of friends list.
Okay.
But basically, friends list is 12.5 days before public viewing. So April 5th plus 12.5 days, we say leads to April 18th. So April 5th to April 18th is friends list. And then April 18th is public mint. And I think that's the time when you also do the 5-frame burn
Awesome.
option.
So it sounds like of the people that are here today, you're the one that is most prepared for V2 and burning for characters.
I missed out on Series 1 and on book games, like actually buying books. Like I was just not involved in the space at the time. So I got into VeeFriends through book games, and so I bought specifically with the strategy of getting whitelist and burning for new characters. That's my
making me sweat over here, dude.
Yeah, like I bought
gotta buy some more frames, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's strategy, yeah. I think the floor's like 0.4.
Cool.
Yeah. But if you are going to do that, if you are going to buy, and like just for the 26% friends list space, then you can buy any one off the floor, like even wood or whatever. But if you want to also buy a set of 5 that you can burn, he did a hint a few weeks ago. He said, okay, so
it was like neon, emerald.
No, he hasn't said neon or pearl, but someone did mention in a chat today saying, look, am I good for, like, can I burn for a new character if I have 5 neon or pearl? He goes, yeah, if you have 5 of each. But that was today. Sorry, my iPad's falling down. That was just sometime today, so that's pretty recent. But you need granite, rainbow, marble, caviar, and fur. All right.
Those are the ones for burning.
Yeah, rainbow, like the ones you hinted, rainbow, rainbow, galaxy, granite, fur, caviar, marble, and emerald. So he's mentioned 7.
Yeah. And then you said having 1 patient pig lava in each of those sets of 5. Is that what you're saying? Potentially.
Yeah, so on the February, if you look at if you actually look at the Discord announcements on February 8th, it says if you're patient with your fire, you'll get everything you desire, or at least you get to burn first. And then related to new characters, it says. And so that's what everyone's assuming, and that's when like all the patient big lava sort of all jumped straight up.
Yeah.
So yeah, my hope is that like on the first day, he says, okay, 5 of these frames can burn for these new characters.
Yeah. But
one requirement is you have a pig lava in that set. It has to be one of the requirements, and I hope he does that for the first day, and that'll be great. I'll get my 6.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Nice, Monica. I was going to ask you if you're planning on getting V2s. Are you ready to go with book games for that, or any of the new characters?
Yes, I don't really know my strategy. At first, when I started, I bought books a long time ago, so I had like 30 book games. When they started going up to 0.4, I think I sold 7 or 8. So I got out my initial investment. I upgraded my V1 VeeFriend to a better character. And so now I'm sitting there because I'm like, well, am I going to be happy? Because usually in mints, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy with what I get. For instance, you know, I might get a fish and I'm not really into fish. Yeah, I can sell it, but it's almost cheaper for me, depending on how things are, to just get it off a secondary. So I decided that I would much rather just have the frames to buy a new. I would still mint several V2s or whatever I got on the friends list, but mainly I wanted to be doing that to burn them to find a new character, because at least I knew for sure what I was getting. And so I have a few, with me getting them and not buying them secondhand, you know, I got a bunch of like mixed match just stuff. So I almost have to sell and get something different in order to get into the 5 frames that he wants. But I don't know, I'm just sitting there because I'm like, I know that book games are going to go down, or I feel quite confident they're going to go down after the friends list, because a lot of people, so many people are not going to have the $1,000 to just turn around and
to the, yeah.
And so I know that I can get some of those later. I can buy back. I'm expecting to be able to buy back later for cheaper. So I'm sitting here now, like contemplating. I've been contemplating all week, like, do I need to get better frames? Because initially I had a set of gold frames. This was before he even suggested frames. I had a set of 5, but that likely won't make the cut. Tim F on Twitter has a nice free spreadsheet that shows you how many people have the frames. So I think there's 255 characters, and you know, for instance, there's 600 people with 5 gold frames. So that's why Gary keeps changing it. So there's nothing saying that he'll, you know, he won't change it. So I don't know. I'm gonna upgrade and get more later, but I'm also using the money to cash out my initial investment, which I never did with V1. So now I have less, but I'm still happy with that, because I still didn't have to sell my V1 either at the same time.
Yeah.
Monica, if you want to, I was going to just quickly, but like I said, so I mean, focus on book games. You've been looking at some of the rarities, and so the Tim F, his website, bookgamestats.blogspot.com. He links, he's created some tableau tables. So, send you the link. I'll put it in the Discord. Yeah. It's with book games.
You put in a link to the spreadsheet?
The book game.
While you're doing that, Matt, I want to check in with you. How are you?
Let's move on. This, yeah, I can talk about this forever. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I do want to see I want to shout out verbally the link to the spreadsheets, just so that if people are listening to this, they can go check it out. Whatever the address.
I put it in the chat.
Bookgamestats.blogspot.com. Yeah. So bookgamestats.blogspot.com.
Okay.
That's Tim F's like blog, and in that there's a Tableau link to Tableau, and Tableau he's got a bunch of different tools. One is full data set, and you look at all the rarity, and one is wallets holding over 5 tokens.
Yeah. So
for the fur frames, there's maybe 300 wallets that have over sets of a set of 5 frames. Right, when there's only 220 tokens available, you realize, okay, it's going to be a bit.
Yeah,
there we go.
This is amazing. The spreadsheet that I thought you were talking about like an Excel spreadsheet that I had seen someone do. This is much more.
Yeah,
so you click on the book games Tableau data. Okay. Actually, what's a good one? That wallet summary, the third one. If you just paste your wallet in there, it tells you. It'll just pull up. It'll show you all your all your tokens that you've got, your purchase price, the current floor price for the exact token, and the last price that it was sold for.
Amazing. I don't have my wallet memorized right now.
It's copy for you, MetaMask.
Will it resolve from the?
Oh no! So if you click on your MetaMask icon,
Oh yeah. So
and
I
just click
actually
on your,
I moved into a hard wallet. Let's see. I've got a mess of a wallet.
yeah, it's pretty.
There it is. Okay, there's my wallet.
Just paste it,
It happens.
and it will show you. You hit enter
Oh, is there? Sorry, I'm. Right.
in that text field. Yeah, just
Yeah, I did hit enter. I don't know. Is there a button?
I think you need more tabs open.
Yeah. Welcome to my mind. It's not.
Okay. Yeah,
Anybody wanna
okay.
give me
Forget
an
about that.
address?
Just click on book game stats, right? Yeah, the main table. Go down and like if you look at the top left, full book games data set, right? Takes just like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. But these are all the book games tokens, right? The 100,000 of them.
Wow.
Right? Just look at the very first one. Accountability, gold, diamond, active, status active. It's got the floor price for that combo.
Yeah.
How many minted and how many remaining? Usually under 100.
Easy. This is
If
amazing.
there's under 100 remaining or under 100 minted, it's a bit of a rare token.
If there's under 100 minted.
Yeah. So click on the blue field again to deselect it. So okay. So if you look on the remaining, there's one that's 83 and 82. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That one's gone. So that's no. Sorry. Go up to the 83 one.
Okay. 83. Kind
Okay,
Candor, Rainbow Lava.
So that's Kind Candor, Rainbow Lava. There's only 83 of them. So that's a bit rare. Right?
And this is based on where are they getting this? Because I go on Token Trove. This is based on all of them, right? Including those that have been burned.
Yeah, that's why the status column talks about temper burn or things. So you want to keep the ones that are active. The ones that are burned, you don't want them anymore.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter so much. I'm just like, how to read this table. So what you want to do when you do when you want to see the rarity of your icon, so your ones, let's say you got five book games tokens, right? But maybe one of them is really rare. You don't want to burn that.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe like, if you've got something conviction or gratitude, they're selling for 1.58, right? And they're going to be really valuable down the line.
Mm-hmm.
You'd rather keep that, or you may want to sell for 1.58 the gratitude and buy 2 floor tokens instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to look at that table to look to see what I have. But now I realize I have some homework to do.
Yeah, so this is even more so for Monica, right? Like you're thinking, which ones will you burn or keep? Like, if you want to rearrange, you want to know what you want to sell yours at, and it shows you what the last sale price was and what have you. So if it's like a conviction or gratitude or a high value one, you don't want to sell that at the floor. You might want to sell it just a little bit below, like instead of 1.58, 1.4, 1.3, the gratitude and conviction floor, and then rebuy a cheap, a 0.7 ETH fur frame instead for the burn, because you don't really want to waste a high end one for a burn. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah, that's super. Yeah. That's a really useful tool. I didn't know that was available. Bookgamesstats.blogspot.com.
And in that blog, like one of the more recent ones, Tim F actually does a video explanation of how to use the data set. And it's like a 20-minute video. And that's where I got the info from. He explains it, and you'll be in a much better position. And you'll save yourself, I think, a few weeks worth, because I know you ladies have quite a few tokens. If you want to do the strategy and rearrange, don't just sell everything at the floor.
Yeah, because I had a gratitude, and I knew it was more expensive. Like I bought a bunch at 0.08, 0.11 when book games first started selling them. But I got a gratitude that was it was more than that. It was like a half an ETH or something. And I knew like I shouldn't be burning this no matter what I do, because just from the get-go, it was one of the more rare tokens. So I think in that, I think that's in my FERS, but I think I have 6 really, but I don't count that one. But I am going to go back and use
Okay,
that
oh,
one.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be aware of that.
Yeah.
Even for book games, they said for the VeeFriends ticket, someone burnt 5 gratitudes.
They did? They burnt
like 5 wood or 5 clear gratitudes or convictions. Like it's in the burn history to go through. Like that's ridiculous.
Super
Like
grateful for that gear.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. If anyone, I'm buying. There's a few people. I've been messaging a few people on Clubhouse as well. Like some people say they don't. They're keeping the book games for other stuff. They're not going to use the friends list even if they get it. So I'm sort of offering, if anyone doesn't want to use it, I'll buy it for like 0.1 ETH. So I'll pay for the mint.
Oh yeah.
And I'll pay 0.1 ETH for the friend list.
That's good to remember. I'll remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone's like, I don't want to, I can't be fucking.
We know somebody that wants your friends list spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll buy friends list.
We have a couple of minutes left. I have another appointment at 11, but I want to check in with Matt since you haven't. Matt and Legend of Gary. I messaged Legend of Gary. I don't know if he wants to talk today, but Matt, how are things going? Is everything good? Wait, you're on vacation. Why are you here?
Because I actually have a little bit of time today to hang out with you guys, so I definitely didn't want to miss it. I did sleep in though, like a lazy bastard.
I'm gonna do it. That's what vacation's for.
Yeah, but yeah, it's going pretty good up here. Actually had a lot of work to do yesterday, so I put in a long day, and hopefully it's going to set me up good for the rest of the week. And this is good actually to hear about the stuff that's happening. We're finally coming up on April, so it's time for all the book game shenanigans to really fire up. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I went kind of I don't want to say I went too far on buying book games, not specifically book games tokens for V2. Like I went heavy on the good quality tokens for book games because he said, hey, these are forever. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to buy just a bunch of crap. I want to buy good high rarity tokens. So most of what I own on book games is like less than 10 of 10 issued, right? So they're pretty rares. But I did grab a handful of Patient Pig Labas for the burn. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but I do plan on grabbing a bunch of mints and probably 1 or 2 burn tokens. And I think I'm just going to let myself off the hook at that point and say, you know what? It's okay. I don't have to own every single thing Gary pumps out because I'm sitting really good on V1. I'm sitting really good on book games. If I just do a couple of V2, I'm totally fine. And just kind of interested to see how it plays out.
Awesome. Cool. And you guys are on the coast of California, right?
Yeah, we're up just outside of, just south of Ventura, a little town called Oxnard.
Oh, yeah, Oxnard, that's right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was raining yesterday, but the sun is out today, and it looks like it's going to be just perfect day to do absolutely nothing.
Awesome. Cool. I'm gonna. If anybody wants to stay on, feel free to stay on. I think that's a great way to end the call. Just imagining the coast of Oxnard, Ventura, and really close to Santa Barbara. That's
Jealous.
one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty righteous, like 68 degrees right now with a very gentle coastal breeze.
Nice.
Epic.
Cool. I'm going to do a little shout out for Wilson. He says that because he doesn't have a mic today, he's still working on starting his community center where the product is the people, to share what makes them special and skilled at the customers. I know you're working hard on that space and planning a wedding. But the network social is Wilson's handle, so if you want to check out his space, see ya, Sean.
You guys.
Head out.
Darby, I know we don't have time, but yeah, good, like great to hear that sort of your grant meeting.
Oh yeah, dude, my brain is
good.
like spinning, seriously. Yeah, I went in and pitched. I worked on the deck with my friend, right, that reached out to me. I met the 2 directors. They're starting it's a brand new fund. They've got new facilities. They just ordered furniture, but basically I kept it on, like we had discussed. I kept it as simple as I could without trying to get into the weeds. But then the conversation kind of naturally went there as far as the tech stack and like what I want to build. And it just turned into this like, well, do you want to run a company or do you want to build it yourself? Because we can help you hire people. We can get you more funding than like a $10,000 grant. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But I focused on like what I like, the mission and the values and the value proposition, which I've done pitches before, and I've shifted my brain set in the past where I know I should focus on that, but I was really focusing on money. And this time I really don't give a shit about the money. Like I want to help as many people as possible. And I do care about the mission, which means I don't want it to fail. Like I'm willing to build it myself, which I'm starting to do. But that it changed the dynamic in the ways that I have only heard about. So we have two more meetings set up, and I meet with the donor like at the end of the month in his house in Park City. Like, yeah. So I'm just, yeah. Thank you for your help. Yeah. So it's.
I'm pumped. I'm excited.
You know, I might crash and burn, but who knows? Whatever. At least I care. I won't crash and burn.
It's not crash and burn. It's
I feel good
crash
about
and
this
learn.
one. Crash and learn. That's good.
Yeah.
Crash and learn.
Well, you're keen to do it anyway, right? Like you want to go ahead with it regardless of whether they're involved or not. So
yeah, that's been my thing in the past is I take money and but we had the conversation, like you can move too fast and fail, or you can move too slow and fail. You can build something and get too many customers too fast. Like they understand all those dynamics. So they're going to help me figure out like the product set, and I feel very blessed. It's their first cohort for this new concept of funding businesses that have already begun working. So it's not just a brand new idea, but it's also not established with a global outlook. So they're invested in it too, which is awesome.
Good. Right up your alley.
Thanks. Okay. Well, have a good night and day and whatever your hour is. Talk to you Thursday. Okay.
There you go. I love you.
I personally am so grateful for you listening to this episode of the Hawk Vlog. If anything resonated with you, please leave a comment and let us know. We'd love to spread the useful parts of this video to help as many as possible. And if you'd be so kind to like and subscribe on all the channels you are hearing this or watching this on, I'll say thank you again, for real. From one hawk to another, Ka.